Hello and welcome here to Ingfield for the live commentary on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel of the match between Ossett United and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator for this evening, Adam Allcroft, here in this away match as the Steels look to try and pick up back again in the league, because obviously the Steels have been concentrating a lot on the FA Cup. That third qualifying round match is coming up very shortly on Saturday against Ashington. But you can't get distracted. The league is still where it matters for a lot of it, and we don't want to get relegated. And we haven't won since the opening day of the season, that 3-2 win against Dunstan. Thankfully, Ossett have the same problem. They have not won in the league since the opening day of the season. So both sides will be looking to try and get all 3 points. Ossett are having their own success in tournaments, not the FA Cup, but in the trophy. Obviously, we faced Ossett just a week ago in the trophy when we lost on penalties. Ossett would go face our friends in Derbyshire, Sheffield FC, and they would end up winning that game as well. And also on penalties, our friend Ed Hall, a former goalkeeper for Stocksbridge, being the hero, saving 2 spot kicks on that occasion. I just noticed it says 1-1 on our scores there. It doesn't. So I'm in a bit of an awkward position today in terms for doing the commentary, so could be an interesting one. You might see some delays in the updatings of the graphics today. So we are just by where the tunnel is actually, because we can just see the players are just standing there ready to be allowed onto the pitch by the referees. It'll be quite interesting. You can hear some of the shouting, can't you tell which player exactly it is who's having a good yell and jeer for the players as we continue to wait for the players to be allowed onto the pitch. So as I say, obviously these two sides faced each other very, very recently in the FA Trophy, a 2-2 draw. The Steels, having taken the lead twice in the game, will have been disappointed to concede on both those times and then end up losing on penalties, not scoring penalty. And here come the players. As the Avengers theme music play, the Steels will be looking to avenge their defeat in the FA Trophy. And I'll tell you, that doesn't mean by changing music. So I'll read out the teams for you. So we'll start with the Stocksbridge lineup. In goal is Harrison Davison Hale. Then it's Zach Reynolds, who comes in for Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Alex O'Connor, Mitch Langton, Charlie Oglesby, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, who returns to the starting lineup, Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole, and making his debut against his former team, Ife Ofegbu. On the bench for the Steels is Cody Pryor, Bailey Baker, Oliver Norman, and Luca DeFalco. Bailey Baker and Luca DeFalco briefly returning from their dual registrations with Emily and Swallow Nest, respectively. The Ossett team is Ed Hall in net, our former goalkeeper, Harry Gagan, Joe Stacey, Luke Hogg, Danny Burns, Brad Beatson, who is Ossett's captain today, George Fewlis, Michael Hollingsworth, Brad Grayson, one of our former strikers at Stocksbridge, Luke Aldrich, and Basil Zotos. On the bench for Ossett is Jack Wilson, Jake Teal, Ross Hardacre, Ollie Fearon, and Ollie Metcalf. So you've seen Ian Richards over there, as Ross Goodwin will be glad to be back in the starting lineup today. And also it'll be interesting to see how Ife Ofegbu does. Gareth Curtis, having left the club last week, they're travelling, just one of the things in non-league. They'll try some travelling, they'll go for it, but sometimes it's just a bit too much, and that's what it was for Gareth Curtis. He heads back to Clipstone, but we're thanking him for his time. Some great goals he scored here. Well, but we get his replacement now today, Ife Ofegbu, who moves from Ossett, his first game against his former team. So in very familiar surroundings for him. It'd be interesting to see what he offers different to what Gareth Curtis did. Gareth Curtis was a finishing threat, a threat in the box. If Ofegbu may well be able to contribute more from outside the box, be able to create more, and probably hopefully help Luke Rawson be able to score even more goals. Rawson, our leading goal scorer, with 4, having his last goal against Ossett. Ossett are looking to kick the game off here, with Basil Zotos currently standing over the halfway line here. So we wait for the referee's whistle now to kick off this Yorkshire derby. And we're still waiting here. And here we go. The game kicks off. Ossett, it's in their sky blue shirt, navy shorts and navy socks, while Stocksbridge Park Steels in the all red kit with white trim, kicking from right to left in this game. Just Stocksbridge have just kicked it long after quickly getting the ball back, but it's going to be a throw to Ossett on that left-hand side. Yeah. Throwing here, going all the way to the halfway line. Headed back though by Stocksbridge, only for Ossett to clear it right back up, but it's going to be Oglesby who cleanly heads that one away. Headed backwards though by Ossett, and it's just going to be a bit of head tennis in the middle there, but Ossett have got it in. They're going to flick it on, and it's one that they're going to get Aldrich to try and chase. But Stocksbridge are cleared. Ossett's still on the attack here, and it looks like Zotas is going to go into this bouncing ball here, looking to try and get down the right wing now. Some passing has got it back to Gagan here. Now it goes into the central midfield areas. Now back with Zotas, who is going through Tinker, back to Gagan, and now with the flick on passes works really well there. Pass going across goal. Ossett get the first touch on it. It's well wide, and Tinker there doesn't get the clearance on it. He has got the ball now and does get it way to Ifeor Fegbu, makes his first touch as a Stocksbridge. Some key people clearing it, but he's giving it right back to Zotas here on the edge of the area. He's forced backward by the harrying of Alex O'Connor, but he has slipped the ball through eventually to Fulis, and he tries to put the ball in. It's come off Oglesby, and it's an early corner for Ossett. Just a couple of minutes into this game, 1 minute into this game to be exact. So an early corner for Ossett. Ossett showing plenty, some really nice passing down in that corner to the triangles, really working well to try and isolate some of the Stocksbridge defenders and eventually finish with the ball into the box. But Ossett will have this very, very early opportunity. Not many Stocksbridge games get goals in the first half, but for either side. Has been our most common half-time scoreline. Ball going in, looking for the far post. Ossett get the header on, but it's well wide, and they are appealing for the corner, and that is what the referee is going to give. So second corner in succession for the Sheepycorns. Ossett with another opportunity from the corner kick. And it's really good looking one. And there's a free header for Ossett there that goes just wide of the post, and it's a bit of a let-off for Stocksbridge, that one. Trying to see, I believe it was Brad Beatson there, who's already scored once this season for Ossett, who got the header onto it, and Stocksbridge can count themselves lucky that they're not behind within a few minutes here. So it's back for Harrison Davison Hale to take. So Stocksbridge have actually had some success here, even though the senior side's not won here since Ossett United were formed from the merger. The youth side here were here a couple of weeks ago. They won 2-1 coming from behind, and as I feel Fegbu almost gets beaten of his defender there after the flick on. He's going to drill down to the left wing there. He's looking to get him, but the defender's covered him, and it's going to be cleared out for a throw in here to the Steels. So if you're Fegbu showing a bit of what he's about, a bit of that pace and power, we're hoping to see a lot more of over the coming weeks and months that he is a Steel. So the throw in here that Jack Tinker is going to take. Well, at least I hope I can't see with the way my setup is here. So I'm just presuming here. We're actually waiting for a new ball here. So the referee gets a big boot out from Jazz Colliver, sending it over. Steels don't typically use it on throw, and they haven't here. Gone through Fegbu, back to Tinker, but it's bounced off him, and it's going to go be an Ossett throwing. So that little move not really working out for Stocksbridge. Yeah, so, yeah, if the youth side were here just not so long ago, actually, it was the day after that FA Trophy match. It was to come up here as Stocksbridge look to head that ball back into dangerous area. Rawson is pressing, but Ossett are able to clear. Only back to Goodwin, who's got it to Fegbu on the left-hand side. Fegbu's looking to cut inside, takes a shot, it's blocked, and now Ossett will be looking to get the counter-attack here, and Curtis Turner commits a foul, which stops that counter-attack, but except they're going to take it quickly, and the Goodwin sliding challenge has just been avoided there, and it's on the left wing here for Aldrich there. On the left wing, he's been forced out for Port Touch, forced onto left wing. He's been followed by Zach Reynolds here, getting the start over Lemon. Lemon not in the squad, we will find out about that later. Ossett's just going to clip the ball into the box here. Davison Hale confidently claims it there. We're 4 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 between Ossett United and Stocksbridge Park Steels, as the Steels look to pick up their first win over Ossett United this season. And Davison Hale takes some time for clearing out, while being monitored there by Brad Grayson. Oglesby will head out after getting the ball right back from Ossett, and Poole tried to cut over, instead he gets it back to Goodwin, who tried to find Poole again, but it's going to be cleared up by Ossett, and Ossett's getting the bouncing ball going all the way. There, look, Langton there with a bit of wrestling on Ossett, but getting away with it. He's back with Ossett now, though, through Basil Zotos. Zotos here will look to get down the right wing. O'Connor is following him all the way, but Zotos is one of these tricky plays. He's just put the ball right through the legs of Jack Tinker, but Jack Tinker's gone and used his pace quite well and earned the foul off Zotos to stop that becoming more dangerous. Quite very good play from Tinker after initially getting beat on the ball, or being able to use his pace to get back into position and using his body to earn the foul off the winger. Zotos here in his first year of non-league football after signing from Sheffield Wednesday in the summer. Very, very talented player. I remember him scoring against Stocksbridge last summer in the pre-season friendly for Wednesday. Ball's going long to Rawson. Rawson getting a good lot of arm into his face there, but it's going to be a throw-in. I doubt he's going to get as much as a battle as he did against Marine. Talking to Luke after the match, he got the scars to show for it then. Tinker's long throw going in for Rawson, who's chested it down here for Poole, who's trying to find Rawson again, but being blocked by Ossett, who do clear it. And Ossett get the flick on here, but going to be covered by Reynolds, who takes a good touch, taken out to right, being pressed by Aldrich, and Aldrich's strength just robbed the ball for Reynolds before Reynolds was able to tackle him back. Reynolds pass though is right to Stacey though, and Stacey loses the ball right to Poole. Some poor play from either side, but Poole here, some nice little tricky plays, trying to find Goodwin down on the right hand side, but Ossett just booted that one right out, throwing to the Steels. Quick throw taken to Turner, who quickly finds Reynolds again, who tries to go inside, but Ossett are able to get the ball and clear out, and it bounces right off the Steels player, throwing to Ossett again. Long throw down for Ossett, who chested down Aldrich, but he's cleared by Stocksbridge. Going to go back for Burns, who and then allows it to go to Ed Hall, and he takes his first touches here. Been getting a lot of praise over the last few weeks for his exploits in penalty shootouts, in particular the one against Sheffield FC. If you have Fegbu's just on the ball now, he's going to pass it back to Turner, and he's looking for the overlap there of Fegbu, but nothing doing, and Ossett are able to clear that one. There's a lot of direct play at the moment in this game as Turner heads that one out, and Poole's just booted that one right up into the air. Only for Turner head out, but it's only gone back to Holdingsworth here, and for Rawson to get on. Fegbu is going to try and get it through, and Beatson has handballed it there as Fegbu was looming behind him, and this is a yellow card is also going to come out for the handball here as well from Brad Beatson, the big tall defender here. It will be our first booking of the game for that handball. And the Steels have a free kick about 40 yards out in the centre, so it's a bit awkwardly placed. But what we would say is that Stocksbridge, his last 4 goals have all come from free kicks that are far out, and it gets pinged into the box, though they have usually been further out wide than this. But Poole is going to get it. So Poole here is going to having a little talk with Oglesby here. Thomas Poole. Just hearing discussion from some of the fans on that decision of some saying it should be a red card. It was the last man. Has he bailed on it because it's the first 10 minutes? Shame we can't interview the rest sometimes, but Poole here is going to try and chip this ball, I presume, into the box. Or he's going to go for it. We'll see. Goes Poole. He's actually taking the shot and he hits the bar. Bounces out the stadium eventually, and a fantastic effort from Thomas Poole. I don't think anyone quite expected him to go for it from there. Would have been one of the goals of the season had it found its way in the top corner. Said it smacks off the bar and actually heads out the ground after it smacks off the bar as well. It's hit with that much venom. Fantastic shot from Thomas Poole, and you do wonder if he has that shot on him. Why hasn't he scored since the first game of the season? Now back with Ed Hall for the goal kick. Clears it out. Going to go short to Turner, who heads it sideways here to Poole, who touchgate 6 up behind him, and he is going to run with the ball now. Poole beats his man. He's going to get down the left wing here. He cuts inside Poole, and that's where he's been let down because his pass was blocked, but they're going to get it to the left wing anyway, Stocksbridge. But then the touch there has been given. It's gone back to Tinker here, who's gone well forward. Tinker's going to get the ball across the 6-yard box. There's appeals for the handball in the box. It's not given. I didn't see it clearly myself here, but so I can't make you any judgment. And Ossett have now cleared the ball. And Ossett could get on the counter-attack here now. But Oglesby doing a key block on Fulis there. It's now just on the halfway line, the ball. Oh, and Goodwin somehow not being penalised for dragging a man to the ground. It's a throw-in now to Stocksbridge. I don't know, what you can hear from the pitch there is a lot of angry shouting from every single player about some sort of decision, whether it was the alleged handball that Stocksbridge are appealing for in the Ossett box, or the fact that Ross Goodwin's just done a wrestling move in the middle of the pitch on a player to take the Ossett man down. Instead it's a throw-in for Zach Reynolds to take. Just inside the Ossett half, throws it down before it's been headed out for another throw-in on the edge of the penalty box here for Stocksbridge. It is currently 0-0 in this game after 10 minutes. Reynolds taking it short back to Poole, back to Reynolds now. Reynolds takes the touch, cuts inside. He's being monitored by two Ossett players, and that's what Reynolds is trying to escape, but he cannot escape, and Ossett are able to clear to get it to Aldrich, the big target man up front. And before Langton tackles him, but it is still with Ossett. Zotos on the right wing, but Ifeagbu's robbed him of the ball really well before Zotos does get that ball back. Very fun battle, and it's actually out of play here. The linesman has given the throw-in to Stocksbridge's way, by the way. We were just mentioning Luke Aldrich here, the Ossett striker, scored at least once against Stocksbridge. There's some debate on whether the second was his. Ossett have given it him. We'll let him have it, I suppose. I think he's just put that one back in place, just come back to Ossett, they've cleared it. And Aldrich, though, was actually a player that Ian Richards knows very well from Penistone Church. In fact, he was actually replaced at Penistone Church by Andy Ring, who is the Stocksbridge assistant manager. It was a transfer that worked out well for both sides, as Aldrich had a fantastic year with Eccleshill last year, and is now continuing that with Ossett at the moment, having scored 6 goals this season. That is including the debated one at Stocksbridge. And just a throw into Ossett in their own half at the moment. Just with Joe Stacey now, who has been one of their better performers this season. Had a very good game at Brackenmore in the FA Trophy. Throws it long, looking at it, but headed back by Goodwin, or at least be headed back by Ossett, and we get some bit of head tennis, it falls to the ground of Oaksby, but he's just going to send it up to be headed by Stacey. And the head tennis is very strong at the moment. Just wondering when the ball's actually going to hit the ground here. It's there where Zotos' pass was a bit loose, and O'Connor almost nipped onto it, but Ossett were able to clear up, and it's gone back to Ed Hall now. So it's with Ed Hall, just going to take it, send it very long actually. He's almost reached the Stocksbridge half. Oglesby headed off the back of an Ossett man if he's kept it in before sending it for Rawson. Rawson's not really near it though. It's going to go back to Beatson, who is sending it long himself, but Oglesby going to head it, and he's going to bounce on the back of Aldrich again, and he's going to go comfortably into Davison Hale's arms. So yeah, still 0-0 here in this game. And it's going to be sent long here. Rawson misses that header as it goes long. It's going to go out to play for an Ossett throw-in in the half. They're going to take it quickly and get it back to Ed Hall. So prepare for a big ball down the field, I would imagine. And there it goes. It's going to fall short a bit. Turner gets a bit of the header onto it. Tinker's the first one who does get a strong one there. Rawson gets onto it, and it's just head tennis game for Turner is the one who's got the ball down on the ground, and he's running the defence. He's looking to shoot through Ifeagbu there, but well covered by Beatson, who's cleared that one out. Good play from Stocksbridge, though. Quite an interesting game so far. No clear-cut chances other than that free kick from Thomas Poole, but there's 2 balls on the pitch at the moment, so we're just waiting for Luke Hogg to boot it out, which he has done. Thinking of a throw it short to Ifeagbu, who's actually just making control of the trying to get passing man. It looks like it's going to go out of play for a throw in this time to Ossett, so that attack is over for now. So here comes a throw in out, going to send it long. It's headed on by Ossett, but looks like it's just going to go out. Well, it's not. Langton's going to cover it and pass it back to Davison Hale. The poor pass actually, but Davison Hale has got it and cleared it out, and it's headed on by Turner. That's got it out of a bit of trouble there, and it's gone all the way back to Beatson, who's going to now pass it back to Hall. Bit of a hospital pass there from Langton up. Wasn't going to go into the back of the net if Davison Hale didn't get onto it, thankfully. But Davison Hale did get, and he cleared it away. He's now back with Ed Hall. Sends it across. It's a very long kick from Ed Hall. Headed into the box there, but by Langton actually. But it's back with Davison Hale, who very quickly going to send it along looking for Rawson here. Rawson's going to head it on. Can Rawson control the bouncing ball? It's bouncing higher than him. He has got it now down to his feet. Tries to pass it across. It's behind Ify Efegbu, unfortunately. But Efegbu has now got it on the left wing. Takes the first touch. Pass here onto the left-hand side for O'Connor. O'Connor pass it back to Turner. Just being a bit stuck in that left-hand side. Appeals for an offside, and the offside is given. The Stocksbridge having some good displays, but just seem to be making a couple of mistakes which let us down and stop the opportunity from being created at the moment, which is such as that, just being in an offside position in a place where you didn't really need to even try to be offside or try to like get that line and break it. It's back with Ed Hall now for the free kick. Some really good play though from Luke Ralston. Was able to control a very tricky bouncy ball. It was bouncing higher than he was, bouncing as if it was on an AstroTurf pitch at that point. Turner has headed the ball back again, but it's going to be booted up by Beatson. Throwing on the left-hand side, just inside the Stocksbridge half. We'll try and update you on some of the score lines next time we have a bigger stoppage in play. See what else is going off in the Northern Premier League East. Tinker here with the throw, sending it down long looking for Rawson, but it's going to be headed away by Ossett and out for another throw about 10 yards further down the line. He throws it down the line again. Rawson tries to head it on, but it looks like he's going to be allowed to roll out for... It's actually going to be a corner kick there. I was certain it was going to be a goal kick, and Stocksbridge have their first corner of the game. So Stocksbridge have been strong on set pieces, typically stronger at free kicks and corners. Last corner goal was against Afton College, and I say corner kick, as a build up, the linesman decided it was offside after all, so... Oh, and Ed Hall's just taken that one really quickly, and he's sending it really long, but only to be headed away by Zach Reynolds. Hogg puts it back in there, but Turner's headed it away. Poole's going to be the first one onto that, and he's knocked it back to Reynolds again. The former Russian and Diamonds man's going to send it along looking for Ify Efegbu. It is off target though. It's going to be covered well by Gagan, who takes it down to the right-hand side for passing it along to Beatson. Beatson's going to take the touch before sending it long, looking for that far-hand side. Well covered by Reynolds, who heads it away, but it is back with Fulis now. Fulis is going to look for Zotos on this right wing. It's a fantastic pass and fantastic control from Zotos. And now Tinker's trying to stop him from getting past him. Zotos running all around to get past Tinker. He has got past Tinker, puts the ball in, looking for the turn Aldrich as he gets it across to Grayson, and pass back now to Fulis, and Stocksbridge actually some good use of the space to block it out, and that's the tackle in there from Goodwin, and they are able to clear this one out, but it has gone right back to Ossett here, who have kicked it out of the play themselves. So let's have a little look at some of the other score lines in this division at the moment. There's actually, I say that, there is no goals to tell you about elsewhere at the moment in the Northern Premier League East. So it's obviously been a very interesting day in this division at the moment. So it's a sort of throwing just on the... just inside the Ossett half, throwing going long into the box. Rawson heads it on to Ify Efegbu, looking to get the turn, he just can't, and Ossett are able to clear. Back to Turner, who heads it upward, looking for Reynolds, and it's just head tennis game, but Turner's got it to his feet, and Turner's going to try and carry on the right-hand side. Finds Reynolds, who quick touch pass to Poole, but he's tackled and cleared. Only back to Stocksbridge, though, who have got it in midfield now. Turner trying to evade tackles. Pass it back to O'Connor, who's just running around in circles a bit, and O'Connor's going to try and send the ball through for Poole. Well defended by Ossett. Throwing to the Steels, though, just over halfway into their Ossett half. Throwing tackling quickly and gone back to Reynolds. Reynolds putting a lofted ball into the box. Head away there. Can it bounce to Stocksbridge? O'Connor takes a shot. It's blocked. And Ossett are able to head it away. And that clearance is not the best, actually. And O'Connor's able to gather it up. But he's been out-muscled on the ball. Slip through Zotos there. Missed tackle from Oglesby. Zotos is going clear. He's passed across Langton. The shot's in, and it's in the back of the net through Luke Aldrich. And two missed tackles from Stocksbridge there have given Ossett the lead. And Aldrich, who scored twice in the last game, has got another one against the Steels again. Really, really disappointing. A counter-attack from Ossett when Stocksbridge were looking like the better side as well. But they were ruthless in that. Missed tackles from two Stocksbridge players, from O'Connor and Oglesby. Allowed them to go basically 2-on-1 on well, it was 2-on-2 between Zotos and Aldrich versus Davison, Hale and Langton, and they were able to pass the ball across Langton to get it to Aldrich, and he just finished it as he has been doing his 7th goal of the season, and Ossett lead 1-0. And Stocksbridge will be really disappointed. I say that they have had more of the ball, more of the play, looking like the better side, but they are currently 1-0 down, and it doesn't matter how much possession or ball you've had or how nice your passing's been. It matters how many balls you put in the back of the net. And right now for Stocksbridge it's 0 and it's 1 for Ossett. Ball's going long here for Rawson to try and chase into the right wing corner. And I think he's given the. Oh, I thought it was wondering if he'd given the foul away. He's actually just given a goal kick away. Made there. As I look into what I'm thinking of as like traffic light corner, because I can just see the red, amber and yellow. There is actually the Ossett player still down there after that, coming together with Luke Rawson. Can't see who it is from this distance in the light. So big fight back needed from Stocksbridge now if they want to win this game. Really disappointing to see from the counter attack, where it was some mistakes from our players that let them in, and it just felt obvious it was going to happen there. Just the Ossett man who is just limping a bit as he's back to his feet there. Couldn't identify who he was though. I'd imagine it's Joe Stacey in that position. So Hall is going to take this goal kick. Sending it long there. That headed away though by Turner. If he's going to try and get onto it, he heads it onto Rawson, who chests it down, out, and he's going to try and look for the overlap pool, but it's just short for him, and Stacey intercepts, and it's now on the left wing here for Ossett, and they've just booted that one into the Neversphere, but it's still in the play somehow before Turner's able to clear it. Rawson's headed on for Pool, trying to keep it in, but it's going to have to play for an Ossett throw-in. So, looking like we're going to have an early substitution. That injury looking like a bit too much to do it. And another Ossett man is down. So it looks like it's Luke Aldrich there who's down with potentially a hamstring issue. Just waiting to see what Ossett substitution they are making. It is going to be Luke Aldrich off and Ollie Fearon coming on. So Luke Aldrich, who has been absolutely brilliant against the Steels this season, having already scored 3 goals against us in the 2 games. As much as we don't like seeing players going off for that, Stocksbridge will be very happy to see the back of him. They probably won't quite like seeing Oliver Fearon, even though he may not have got to the sort of start that Ossett may have wanted from him, hence why Bradley Grayson's in now. Fearon has only scored 1 goal yet this season. He's still a very dangerous striker at this level and a very big player as well for Oglesby to deal with, and Langton. Here comes the throwing. Going long here for Turner to head away back to Rawson, who headed it onto the round for Poole. Poole's going to try and send one to Chase there. A lot of appeals from Stocksbridge there, but nothing is being given for that. Not sure what the appeals exactly were for, but instead the ball is now back with Ed Hall. So we are 23 minutes gone in this game, just over the halfway mark in the first half. It is 1-0 to Ossett United thanks to a goal from Luke Aldrich. Aldrich now no longer on the pitch. We will update that at some point on our thing. And it's going to go to Ossett here. It's Fearon who has it now. He's going to slip it onto Zotos on the right wing. And he gets one touch off Tinker, but he's not past Tinker yet. Passes it sideways to Hollingsworth. His ball is blocked, and Rawson's going to try and battle it to get away, but he's going to go back to Hollingsworth instead. Though he's been wrestled all the way by Turner, nothing given. Back with Hogg, who spreads it onto the left wing now. He's going to flick it across for Fulis, who is close to the corner flag here. He's facing up with Reynolds. And he's going to pass it back here to Hogg here now, and Hogg's just inside the corner of the box. He puts it back with Fulis. Fulis is going to put the ball in the box. It's headed behind by Stocksbridge, and it could have been dangerous there with Grayson waiting. It's going to be a corner kick. Ossett, their 3rd of the game. And Ossett there looking dangerous and potentially could have had a second hand. Things just falling a bit better for him in that one. Very different so far this game from what we saw in the trophy match where Stocksbridge took the lead twice before succumbing to a penalties defeat. Ossett did not take the lead in that game. They have taken the lead here, and they have a corner, so they could potentially double that lead now. Ball going in for the far end. They get the header on, and it's going to be another corner there, coming off Mitch Langton last, the referee adjudicating. So going goes the opposite end. George Fulis heading over to take this corner. 4th corner of the game for the Sheepcorns. One of the more unique nicknames you'll encounter in football. We'll have to ask one of the Ossett officials where that come from. The corner's going in swinging, looking for the far post, but Davison Hale has claimed that comfortably. Davison Hale's moving quickly and kicking quickly, looking for Ify Efegbu here. And he's going to get some sort of control. He got a bit of touch. Hall's come and claimed it though, very close to the edge of his own area. Yeah. Gone to the left-hand side where Stacey is quickly, and Stacey almost gets me to turn. Turner gets his foot in and stops it in with the bouncing ball. Pass it back to Reynolds now. Reynolds takes it back to Turner, who evades one tackle very well. He's going to slip it forward here to Ify Efegbu. The control not the best. He's trying to get past. Feels for a handball on Ify Efegbu, and they are given free kick Ossett. 26 minutes gone in this game so far. It is 1-0 to Ossett United. So back with Ed Hall to take this, who will be hoping to keep a clean sheet in this one. He's not kept one in a while for Ossett, so hopefully he'll continue that run. Even Sheffield scored against him. Well, Sheffield scored against us actually. Ball going long here from Hall, looking for the left wing. It's Langton who gets onto it though, and Stocksbridge are trying to carry it away, but Ossett put a big boot back in. It's gone to Zotos perfectly on the right wing here, facing up here with Tinker. Tinker having a big battle with Zotos in this first half. Zotos rolling the ball around, trying to get the past Tinker. Tinker wins though this time, and he's got it away. And it's going to go comfortably back to Beatson here. So Beatson's just going to hold the ball for a bit before trying to send it onto the right ring again, where Gagan will be. Ify Efegbu covering. Bit of a change in responsibilities as Ify defends and Gagan attacks. And Ify is able to try and carry that ball away, but he has been robbed of the ball here by Fearon. Fearon's going to put the ball in. It's over everyone's heads. It's going to go into left wing, and Reynolds will be the first one onto that. Gets it past to Poole. And he's being tackled though by Grayson, and the attack's on for Ossett here. Dangerous looking ball from the left wing, but it's over everyone. Going to bounce out. Zotos trying his best to try and keep it in, but said it's going to go out for a throw in here for the Steels, right close to their own corner flag. Basil Zotos being a constant nuisance for Jack Tinker so far in this first half. Here comes Tinker. Tinker's going out looking for Ross. He's gone over Ross in the 2-2. Efegbu, who's trying to control it, but he's been robbed of the ball by Gagan, who slipped it through to Hollingsworth. Gone back to Beatson now. He's going to carry the ball a bit before sending one into the box onto the left wing where Grayson is. Grayson's going to just bring it back a bit now. Now before passing it backwards to Hogg. Hogg's going to put the ball into the box, but he's not even going to reach the box. We can block off, but Ossett still do have it. And they're going to looking for Fear in there. Well in from Oglesby there, and it's been cleared out. It's an Ossett throw. It has been mostly Ossett since they took the lead. And they have another throw in there as they continue this pressure. They could, if we're not careful, be 2-0 ahead before the end of the first half. So, throw-in goes in. It's flicked on by Ossett. Luckily well defended by Alex O'Connor, who's headed it away. Ossett do have it back though. They're going to get to the rank with Zotos. We get to see this battle between him and Jack Tinker. No, we don't. He passes it backwards. And he's going to try and he can pass it backwards to Hollingsworth, who tried to flick it over the top of the Stocksbridge defence for someone to go onto, but it's gone out for a goal kick. Back with Harrison, Davison, Hale now. Who's getting a bit of a G up there from some of the Ossett fans who have situated themselves in that stand behind him, the little like terrace stand. Oh, he's funny to see. And a bit of a test. Unfortunately, the language is not broadcastable. Well, ball's going long here from Reynolds after it gone back. It's going to just go back to Ed Hall though, and this is the thing Stocksbridge just struggling to create at the moment. I think the heads have gone down a bit after that opening goal, which I wouldn't say it's against run of play, but Stocksbridge were having the better of play slightly. It was an even game though. Wasn't out of the question. Ossett were not going to score though. Oh, he's in the Ossett midfield now, but Goodwin's into it and he just booted it with that tackle. It's gone back to Ed Hall now, who takes a touch. He's going to keep it on his feet now until Rawson goes over to keep him honest. And now he's going to boot this ball along, and he's actually just going to skew to the left wing here. Pools are battling for it. Ossett claiming that one, and they are going to get it as well as it came off Pool last. Back with Stacey now for the throw-in. They take it short to Fewlis. Fewlis beats one man. Pass it sideways now. Yep. Ossett here looking for the next option. Back with Beatson, and now short, and back with Beatson again. He's going to send it long, and it's going to just go back to Davison Hale here. Davison Hale, who's seen quite a bit of the ball, not all so far. Sorry, Ifeanyi Ofegbu's got the ball on the left wing here, and it's just been knocked out here. He's here for a goal kick, unfortunately, if he couldn't just get control of it. Well, good plan there. I do apologise. I did have to sneeze. It's not something they ever tell you how to deal with when you learn how to commentate on football matches, which was about one module at university for me. And I'm nowhere near my mute button. Back with Ed Hall to take this goal kick now. Sending it long here. Yeah. It's going to go a bit short, and that's actually helped Ossett out as Fewlis has been able to get on the ball here. He's going to spread it out for Zotos, but Tinker heads it away. Now Ifeanyi Ofegbu, but his touch is intercepted and cleared out, but only back for Tinker to head it forward. But gone back to Hollingsworth, who's knocked it over the head of Ify. Tinker goes in a bit late on Zotos there with the shoulder charge. And it's going to be a free kick here. And Jack Tinker is going to get a bit of a talking to from our referee Lewis Dawson today as well. Well, I think it was just a bit of a 50-50 jumping up for the ball together, though Tinker definitely left more of his body in than perhaps is allowed in the game, hence the foul, but he does, and that is all he gets from the referee, is just a brief talking to. And now it's going to be a free kick, just right in front of me in my commentary position here. That's that Joe Stacey is going to take. At about 40 yards out, for it's not likely to be an in-swinging free kick, and here it is in swing, looking for that far post here, and it's going to go over everyone and go out for a goal kick. So no danger from that one in the end. So it's 32 minutes gone in this game so far. It's 1-0 to Ossett United, thanks to that goal from Luke Aldrich. A counter-attack executed very well from the Sheepycorns. Wonder if we'll see some any different language from our kids, who are really getting as far behind Harrison Dixon as possible and bashing the balls, but Dixon able to kick the ball very well anyway. But headed away by Ossett here. But it's going to go through, and Langton's got to kick that one out to play. Ossett have it on the left-hand side here. With Joe Stacey to take this throw-in for the Sheepycorns. As they say, they have been the team with more of the possession, more of the ball, and the more looking like scoring since they took the lead. Back with Fewlis now, slips it down the left wing, ball going in, blocked though by Stocksbridge. It's out for another throw-in. I say it has all been Ossett at the moment. On the left-hand side. Another throw-in right in front of some of their fans in the opposite terrace. Big long throw going in, but well headed away by Rawson. Hogg trying to control it, he can't, and Ifeanyi Ofegbu is going to look to turn and try and see if he can burst with pace. He's actually been well marched by a couple of the Ossett players who've got back, and so I can see that even Tinker's a bit frustrated with that, and Ossett have just tried to slip a ball through, but not working. I'm trying to work a bit quicker there, Ossett, to try and take advantage of quite a few of the Stocksbridge players who bombed forward for that counter-attack, but the counter-attack not working on that occasion. Goal kick for Stocksbridge. Long from Davison Hale. Looking for Rawson, who it bounced off him. Going to go behind Beatson, who eventually does clear it before back head tennis here, but being controlled here by Burns, who's trying to slip through to Zotos, but well in from Tinker. Tinker's going to look for Ifeanyi Ofegbu here on the left wing. I don't think it's going to stay in that ball, though, and it hasn't. It's a throw into Ossett, but a really good idea from Jack Tinker there, trying his best to try and get the Stocksbridge on the attacking front. It may well be the fullbacks pushing up more forward. Some of the attacking threat that both Reynolds and Tinker both have got assists on the ball already this season. And ball's going to bounce in. Goodwin's going to control it. Pass it forward here to O'Connor. O'Connor's coming down the left wing, looking for the overlap here, but it's just going to go out for a goal kick. And just none of Stocksbridge's passing really working out at this stage. Though at least we're getting a bit more on the ball and having a bit more on the ball in Ossett's half. We are 35 minutes into this match as Ed Hall-Perez got the goal kick. Next time we have a goal kick, we will try and check on some of the other Northern Premier League East matches. Hall here will boot this one long. He's looking to the left hand side where there's not much people. It's going to go central. Bounces over Reynolds' heads. It's going to bounce up favourably. Fearon almost onto it, but well in from Osby. And this long ball maybe benefit Rawson. Rawson trying to use a bit of muscle. Bounces, appeals for a handball. Not given on Rawson. Tries to slip through Poole here on the right hand side. Ball tries to go in. It's well blocked onto the right side. Where again now, ball going in. Deflected. It's going to be a corner. Nope, goal kick there. Don't thought that took a deflection off an Ossett man for sure, but it's going to be a goal kick. Guessing it didn't. So yeah, I did promise you some of the other score updates, so we will go do that now. So the only other goal to tell you about is that Pontefract College have taken the lead against Dunstan. It's a tricky tie away on Tuesday night. Mikey Dunn has scored for Pontefract there, as Ed Hall has just booted that one out. Yep. He's going to bounce here for a bit and going on to the right wing. Zotos will resume battle here with Tinker. Tinker gets the header on it, but Zotos with the ball now. Zotos, he forced to run backwards. He's trying to cut inside. Tinker lunges in, and Zotos misses it, and he has got it through to Hollingsworth here. Back in the midfield though with Hogg now. And gets it to Gagan, who just gives it back to Hogg here. Hogg's now looking for the clip ball over to the left wing. Ossett do keep it in and gets it over the top of Reynolds' head now here. And Ossett may have the opportunity. Cuts inside here, shot here. And Davison Hale is able to claim it after it deflects on the foot of a ground. And that's dangerous. And they're quickly taking this ball out to Rawson on the right-hand side now. And Rawson, the players instantly switch, and it's with Rawson now. Oh, on the right wing, pass it back to Poole. Now back to Curtis Turner. Turner here, just looking to slip the ball through, but it's nothing. And Ossett are able to block it up, and they have now cleared. Oglesby's headed the ball back though, and it's going to be one that Rawson tries to get on the end of again, and he is going to get a bit of the ball. Rawson having a bit more success with his field county, and he has earned a corner out of that. Actually, we've seen Rawson get pushed and pulled around quite a lot, and sometimes quite a few fouls against him not given. This time Rawson's able to use his height quite well, and he's earned quite a few decent moments out of it so far. And now Poole has a chance for the outswinging corner here. Stocksbridge have scored a couple of corners this year, more already than they did last year, and Poole's going to send it in here. It's a very high one, looking for the far post. Ossett have got the header away onto the left wing. Stocksbridge looking to be the one onto it, but it looks like it's going to bounce out for a throw in here. It's still in play, actually. Stocksbridge, you've got the trouble here, and Ossett are able to build away from that, and they've got Stocksbridge have actually given the foul away. Curtis Turner there clipping the Ossett man as they look to get the ball away and perhaps build another counter-attack where they got the first goal. So 38th minute now in this game, as Ed Hall-Perez to take another free kick. Stocksbridge are starting to grow back into this game at the moment. Luke Rawson doing very well in his physical battle up front. We'll hopefully see him get on the score sheet later as well. Ball going long here. Yeah, Oglesby does just about kicks it away. O'Connor trying to, but he was well stopped there by Hollingsworth, who's tried to clip it over the top. Oglesby heads it away for O'Connor, clears it. Only gone back to Hollingsworth though. They're well in from Turner, who is trying to evade a few tackles here. And then Tinker goes in with a big tackle, and that's got it to Rawson, who has been pushed over and gets the free kick on the halfway line. Rawson trying to take the quick free kick. It's not been allowed. As we have some angry fans over here and now standing who aren't happy with that. Luke Rawson there on the pitch, not happy with the lack of a booking for that one. God, has become a bit of a familiar sight of Rawson getting frustrated with some of the treatment of him. And you get to see his wingspan of his arms, which is ridiculous. If he weren't a football player, probably could be a decent basketball player. Poole here gets up on the halfway line. Does look like Poole's going to try and see if he can get this ball into the box now. If he can pull this off, I'd be very impressed. Make your own decisions, ref. Referee's still talking to a couple of Ossett players now. Lewis Dawson. So back for Pull now. We do eventually take it after that. Lewis Dawson has a talking to a couple of the Ossett defenders. Pull here, sending it long. Looks like it is going to reach the box, but Ossett have headed it away. Turner's going to try and head it back into the box. But Ossett head it right into the air. It's just a bit of head tennis here, and Ossett have got it onto left wing. Are they going to go out for a corner? And it does after some good blocking off there from one of the Stocksbridge players. Just can't see who it is from here. So I think that's the fourth corner of the day for Stocksbridge. So corner kick here will be an in-swinger from Thomas Poole, whose deliveries have been very good this season. We'll hopefully see another good one here with the likes of Oglesby up there as well. As the referee's going into the box there to have a chat to with a few of the players. He's not happy with what he's seeing in there. The referee, I think, getting a bit agitated himself. Ball going in, looking to the near post, headed away by Ossett. Headed right back to Thomas Poole onto the left wing now, though. He's putting the ball in, looking for the far post, and Ossett are able to hook it away. It's going to be a throw-in on that opposite right wing side for Stocksbridge. Ending the half with a bit of a momentum, the Steels, as they look to get an equaliser in this game. Here on the right-hand side. Right, with Reynolds taking the throw-in. At least I hope it is, I can't really tell. Ball goes to the edge of box, Rawson, who pass it back. Want Rawson in the box really, as Pull trying to break in, and it's going to bounce off. Everyone's appealing for something, and it's going to be a corner kick for Stocksbridge here. Another corner. You do hope after getting so many corners that Stocksbridge will make something of one of them eventually. They are lacking Elliot Murray, who has scored quite readily from set pieces already this season, but you'd hope Oglesby will be getting close to his next goal as well, and Rawson in there as well, who's a big target. Ball going into headed on, and just going to go wide and left wing here. Going to go out for a throw in here to Ossett here. Ossett Collins for slowing down the game there. You can see. So 42nd minute here, 1-0 to Ossett United. Luke Aldrich with the goal, though Luke Aldrich has now gone off with what's appeared to be a hamstring injury. Throwing comes in from Ossett, look for Fearon, who heads it on. Turner wins that header though, and he's going to get it to ground. Peels for a foul from Turner before foul's given Stocksbridge away. Turner tries to take it quickly, and he does get it away. It gets to Tinker. Now it's on the left wing with O'Connor. O'Connor here now stopped in his tracks. He's passed it back to Tinker. Tinker's going to put the ball into the box, but it's far end, and Ossett head it away, but only gone back to Reynolds, who's tried to keep it in, but Ossett are able to clear there. But that's going back to Langton, who's tried to clear it himself. Ossett just getting the ball here as if Fegbu battles for it, and he has battled for it well, and he's got the ball. He's trying to slip through Goodwin here. Goodwin's going to Rawson. Rawson's taking the curling shot, and it's just going to go wide there. Nice idea from Rawson, but it was going wide, and Hall was watching that all the way. So, but some nice play there from Stocksbridge at the moment. So ending the half very well at the moment. So back with Ed Hall to take this goal kick. Who's now hitting it right along his own, looking towards this right wing side where Fearon is. Oglesby wins the header and gets it away. It's going to just go back to Ossett for another throw in there as we get closing on the end of the first half. We are in the 44th minute. We just wait to see how much out of time we get. Probably not that much, 1 or 2 minutes. Oglesby heads away that one, and Ossett are knock it out of play as it went there. It's going to be a throw into Stocksbridge. Tinker heading over to take it. And I can just see Tinker there, just been quickly penalised there for going a bit too far for his throw in there. Lewis Dawson having another talking to. And he does another one there. And he's given, and the far throw in the air, he has now given it Ossett's way, that throwing, so referee not happy with that at all. So back now for on this right side where Gagan's going to take it. Not a well received decision, that one, from the Stocksbridge players. Ross Goodwin still looking annoyed by it. Gingham throws it in. It's going to be headed on by Ossett, but only back to Langton, who boots this one clear. Now looking for Rawson, but the bounce there favours Ossett. Burns gets it away. Tinker goes in a bit late on Zotos, but nothing is going to be given. Rawson trying to battle for that, but Beatson's there first and heads it back to Hall. And just to let you know, the look that Basil Zotos just gave the linesman could have killed a man for not giving that decision there. Sends it long there. Before. Well, Tinker is able to gather it. Tinker's going to try and press forward. He's looking for a field fake boo, but Gagan with a key header there. Back with Turner here, but Turner's pass is loose. It's gone to Zotos, who cuts inside. Tinker following him all the way. Now gone back to Gagan on the right-hand side. He now back with Hollingsworth. Ossett passing it around very well. Well, the fans are getting a bit louder as well here, as Hogg's going to send it onto the left-hand side, but it's well cut out by Reynolds here. And Reynolds here is going to find Poole on the right-hand side as Stocksbridge look to try and build an attack of their own. They can now get it to Reynolds. Reynolds cuts inside of a player. He's ready to tackle. Great work from Reynolds. Now to Turner. Turner's carrying the ball further on. Turns. Finds Reynolds again on the right-hand side. He's got plenty of space, Reynolds. Put a ball in. Puts the ball in low. Well blocked, Ossett. That's some of the best football we've seen from Stocksbridge in this half so far. Going to be a throw-in close to the corner flag for the Steels. Can the Steels grab a equaliser right before half-time? Would be, well, a gutter punch for Ossett, but to be honest, it's happened to us, so I wouldn't mind. Throwing goes in from Reynolds here to the edge of the half here. Goes back to Reynolds, who tries to put the ball in. It's being blocked a bit and cleared, though, by Ossett. And that will be half-time. It is 1-0 to Ossett United. The only goal again coming from a counter-attack from Ossett. A couple of defensive mistakes from Stocksbridge, missed tackles, allowing Zotos to go 2-on-2 between him, Aldrich, and against Davison Hale and Langton. That allowed Zotos to just pass the ball across to the Luke Aldrich, who fired home in one of those goals that you'd absolutely hate conceding on FIFA. Stocksbridge have tried to battle back into it. Thomas Poole just almost gave the Steels the lead through a cracking 40-yard free kick which smashed off the bar, and Luke Rawson just curled a shot wide as we got close towards the end of the half, which Stocksbridge did end as the better side. The Steels here will have to fight here if they want to get a point and the win in this game. It's 1-0 Ossett United. We will see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back to Ingfield here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel with me, Adam Allcroft, your commentator today. Hey, so it's 1-0 to Ossett United after that first half. Luke Aldrich scoring on the counter-attack. Aldrich is now off though with an injury. Did not correct that in half time like I wanted to. That's my mistake. So just an interesting note to let you know about before we get going again in the second half. Both sets of players are out, but Ossett were out a lot earlier. Yeah. They were just doing a few little kickabout drills here before, so it's an interesting little thing. We'll see if, well, the thing is, it'll be called genius if it worked the work and Ossett are able to get this game won. It'll be seen as terrible if Stocksbridge are able to come back and win this game. Stocksbridge have scored the vast majority of goals in the second half. They've come back. They came back against Atherton Collieries from being 1-0 down at the half in the FA Cup just a few weeks ago. They will be looking to do the same again here. The referee just getting the okay from the goalkeepers and the linesman. And here we go. The game is going to wait a bit longer and now kick off for the second half. So Ossett United are in their sky blue shirts, navy shorts and navy socks, kicking from right to left as they're actually on the attack here. Ossett through Fewless and have earned a very early free kick close to the edge of the box. And just like Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the all red kit with white trim, kicking from left to right. But at the moment we are waiting for this free kick to be taken. And it is a dangerous looking one though. I mean, it looks like it was actually going to be taken left-footed. Joe Stacey the one. So Stacey here, who is a decent set-piece taker, he's looking like he's actually going to try and deliver this one in. It would be a bit awkward to try and shoot here with your left foot. The curl you'd have to do would be very, very difficult. But he has got a lot of men forward here. He's even got Hollingsworth hovering just outside the box here. Goes Stacey looking for the far post. There does go. It's going across goal and somehow it's not in the back of the net yet. Stocksbridge trying to clear, still in the box, and eventually it's headed away by Alex O'Connor, but it's still on the rank for Ossett. This is not over yet. Langton heads it away, and Ossett's tried to keep him, but it's gone sideways. Stacey's gone onto the ball. Somehow Stocksbridge just survived that early little barrage there, but they are still coming Ossett, and it's being headed out, and it looks like it's going to bounce out for a throw into the Sheepycorns on the left-hand side here. Ossett starting with all the momentum at the moment. Throw going in, headed away though by the Steels, and Steels try to get the second onto it, and Ossett are able to get it back onto the left wing here. Stocksbridge just not getting away from their box at the moment, and you keep this going on, it will be punished. It's going Fewless trying to get the ball past, but has been tackled by Rawson actually, of all people, in right back, and he's got it through to Poole. And then Turner is looking to get it to Reynolds, who'd push forward. Rawson and Reynolds looking like they've done a bit of a position swap at the moment. And now another free kick. Stocksbridge given from just a bit more, 5 yards to left of where it was before. So just Stocksbridge kind of being their own worst enemies at the moment, not getting the ball away. And they could easily lose this game in the first 5 minutes of the half if they are not careful. Back for Joe Stacey to take. He'll be happy. He's got a bit more width to try and whip the ball in this time. More time to get some more speed though. That last one almost worked out anyway. Ball going in. Then it's going to score a goal. Almost there. It's being put across goal there by Ossett. Oh, just going wide there. Now it's Poole there trying to carry the ball away. Actually, it's Alex O'Connor, and he is going to carry it and boot it away. Going to get all the way to Ifeor Fegbu, who tried to chest it on, but it's gone back to Ossett here. And his clearance has been charged by Ifeor Fegbu. Back to the Ossett defender, who has sent it long, and it's gone to Fear, and here is able to control it on the right wing here. Now going Ossett breaking through Zotos, but a well-timed challenge from O'Connor there, and it's a corner kick to Ossett, and it has been all Sheepycorns so far in this half. So it's going to be a corner kick on the right-hand side. Here, Ossett challenging and doing very well at the start of this half. 48 minutes gone. Ball going in, headed away at the near post and headed away completely by Stocksbridge this time. Back with Ossett in midfield, and Bit of a loose one from Ossett, but they are able to keep it. Now it's with Zotos on the left-hand side, and he's got a bit of space to get some pace going. He cuts inside, takes a shot, it's blocked there, and turns out to clear. And Stocksbridge really looking to get on the counter-attack here. Thomas Poole racing down the right-hand side. He's got Ify Ofegbu in the middle. Poole here, cutting inside, trying to get down the byline now. Putting the ball across, and it's just over the top of everyone and out for a goal kick. But a great run from Thomas Poole there, looking to try. Just the final ball lacking there. It's gone out for a goal kick. And that's more of what we want to see from the Steels in this half as they punish Ossett with a counter-attack and almost get the goal they need. 1-0 to Ossett still in this game with 49 minutes gone so far. Back for Ed Hall, the former Steels goalkeeper, to take this goal kick. Just keep you up to date with some of the other goals we've seen actually during half-time. To let you know, Lincoln United have taken the lead against Sheffield FC through Leo Priestley, and Worksop Town have taken the lead against Long Eaton through James Hanson, the former Bradford City hero, who's definitely not on a lot of money. Gone back for Ossett here in midfield, and it's Goodwin there who's trying to harass Hogg off the ball and actually blocks a free kick there, and that's probably what's going to earn Goodwin a bit of a actually it's going to Goodwin looks like he's going to get away with a daft yellow somehow. Oh, and Ed Hall's going to step up and take this free kick as Ossett look to control and retain this lead for the rest of the half. So Hall just taking his time with it here. Very familiar face to all the Stocksbridge fans. Spent quite a few seasons with us. Left last January to sign for Ossett. And here goes Hall. He's going to try and get this one into the box here, but it is being headed away. But only gone back to Fulis, who takes the volley, which is not a good volley, I think is the best I can say about that. It's actually such a bad volley that it's gone out for a throw-in. So I don't think it was going to test Harrison Davison Hale in any way. But actually, as much of a joking, it's actually a bit more awkward for the Stockbridge to get the ball away, because instead of Harrison Davison Hale giving it a big old boot, it's Reynolds trying to throw it up. And Ossett have actually got the ball back from the throw-in, so maybe there's a bit of genius in Fulis's volley here. And they've actually, I thought they would end the free kick there, but instead Goodwin's going to try and send it down the line, and it's gone out. Well, the offside flag has gone up on Ify Ofegbu there. And it is going to be a free kick here for Ossett after the offside as Ed Hall walks past the commentary position here. As we try and think of any words that we can say here, because I am a loud person, he can definitely hear me. The players always tell me, how much can I try and put Ed Hall off with this commentary right behind us? Hello, Ed. It's not working, he's being professional. It's a huge shame. Actually, Stockbridge got the ball back, maybe it works, and it almost flicked through to Rawson there. Maybe we'll have to try that a bit more often. And Ossett almost breaking through there. Zotis did actually get onto that, not giving up on the ball. A lot of the Stockbridge defenders had to. But Davison Hale's got it. Davison Hale quickly throws it out to Reynolds. And Reynolds is going to just about keep this in, and well, he knocks it off the Ossett man to earn the throw in there on this near side. So Reynolds looking to send this one long. He's got like the likes of Goodwin and Rawson. He's looking for Rawson here. Header has gone through to Ossett, who have cleared away just before it went out to play for another throw-in. Tinker's following it. He's headed it back to Davison Hale, and potentially dangerous. Zotos looking to get onto that one. Rolled out for Oglesby now. Oglesby's going to clip it over to Reynolds. Lovely little pass from Oglesby, that. Reynolds is now going to try and clip it over, and Ify Ofegbu is hovering, and it's just going to go bounce into Ed Hall's box there. So I don't know how much you can pick up on a microphone, but there are roadworks happening outside the stadium at the moment, so do apologise if you get some of that noise. Langton's just headed the ball away, Turner trying to head it 2 feet, but Ossett are pressing before it goes back to Langton, who's sending it long for the left wing. Poole trying to chase onto it. He's kept it in, Thomas Poole. It's great work from the winger on the left-hand side here. He's going to cut inside, takes a shot, blocked. It's going to go out for a throw-in. And out for Jack Tinker to take this throw-in now. Going to send it on, looking to get in the box, and he has got it into the box, but the touches are just heavy there from Alex O'Connor, and Ossett took the ball, and they're going to run off with the ball now, Ossett as well, before the pass is intercepted by Curtis Turner, who's going to run off with the ball himself now. Gets it onto the left-hand side for Thomas Poole. Poole cuts inside, trying to beat his man, gets it back to Turner here, who's tried to slip through, the man. It's a great pass. If you're Fegbu, Skyshot, and Rawson heads onto the ball. It's offside anyway. Wouldn't have countered. Just that little poor touch just let the Sox down in some beautiful one-touch passing. See, hitting the bar in the end. Rawson there just trying to head it in, but even if Rawson had put it in, it would not have counted for offside. Great passing from Stocksbridge though. Great play. More of what we want to see. Back for Ed Hall to take this goal kick. Too far away for me to try and put off. If he ends up backing towards me, I will do my best. Sends it long here before being headed away by Goodwin, but Ossett drew with a big boot away. Reynolds is trying to follow this onto the right-hand side. He is being followed by Fearon, but he does get it away. If your Fegbu is going to try and cause a problem here for Stacey, and he does, because all Stacey can do is head the ball out of play. And Stacey, bit of gamesmanship from the left back, but can't blame him for that, I suppose. Reynolds here is going to take the throw. He's looking for Rawson. Tries to head it on Rawson to if you're Fegbu, but well stopped there by Burns, who clears it out in the end. And Fearon heads it down very well here for Fulis, who's trying to carry on, but it's tackled by Turner, who passes it back to Dawson Hale, who has put it right back to Tink, who heads it on looking for Poole, but it's just gone back to Gagan here. Yeah. Turner comes in with a tackle now though. Bounce back to Oglesby, who's going to send it long onto the left-hand side. I'd head away though by Ossett. Ossett dealing with most things in the air at the moment. Goodwin just misses with his tackle. Cool. And it's just gone back into the defence here, or for Beatson to clear onto Rowan, and he got found Zotos. What a pass that ended up being. The ball across is blocked, and Tinker's able to carry the ball away this time. Zotos is just one of these really dangerous looking players at the moment. Tinker's pass is miscontrolled by Poole. It's out for an Ossett throw in here. 55 minutes gone in this game so far. So, just if you didn't hear that, the attendance has just been announced today. 267 here for the Tuesday night match. As a long-range shot from Ossett goes off, but it's been blocked, and it's Ossett tried to head it back into the box, but and they have got it in the box actually, Ossett. So, could be some danger on the right-hand side. They're trying to clip the ball across. Davison Hale has grabbed hold of it though, despite some quite heavy pressure onto himself. So the Steels have 35 minutes to get back into this one. Send it on looking for Rawson, who is able to control, takes the touch off him. That's when you just want someone feeding off him, and then Ossett able to clear, and they've even earned a foul as well after George Fulis went down under the push off Curtis Turner. 2 sevens battling it out there with Fulis winning out. Just been a frustrating one for the Steels so far as they look to fight back and get into this game. Losing 1-0 at the moment. And Hall's gone over to take it. Just on the end of his own centre circle here. Hall sending it long. He's going to get it right into the box. It's headed on by Ossett. Davison going to follow it all the way though, and he's caught it just close to his own line, so he had to be careful with it there, but he does manage it. So back for Davison Hale to take this one. He's going to send it long. Again, it's looking for Rawson, who can't get the header this time. It has now gone through to Grayson. Back to Stacey, who send it long, looking for Fearon. And Fearon's got the touch there on Langton, but the offside flag is what beats Oliver Fearon this time. Free kick back for the Steels. 57 minutes gone in this game. 1-0 to Ossett. Stocksbridge looking to fight back. And here comes. Sending it to Rawson on the right wing here. Stacey heads it backwards, and Ossett tried to head away, but Rawson's going to try and win this header again. He does forward looking for Goodwin. Offside appeal goes, not given. Reynolds puts the ball into the box, headed away. It's gone back to Rawson, who takes a shot, and the whistles a volley just over. And that's the best chance of the game so far for Stocksbridge, and just going to hope Rawson's going to take that one. He hits it well and true. It would have been unstoppable, but it goes just over. Just a frustrating one, but yeah. And Ed Hall now gets the chance to take his goal kick. Could and probably should be 1-1 Stocksbridge there. Just wishing that bar was a few inches higher there. Hall sending it long here. looking for that left-hand side, but it's headed on by Ossett, but only going to go back to Reynolds here. And Reynolds has acres of space to run into, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to run forward. He's not really got an option to pass to at the moment, if he's now offered himself as one. Gone to Okfegbu now. Back with Turner, who fizzes the ball in. It's half cleared. O'Connor's trying to get it now back to Okfegbu, who's trying to roll into space, pass it left-hand side to Poole now on the left wing. First touch not greatest from Poole, and his pass is poor to Tinker. Now Zotos is going to run in and take on the counter-attack here. He slips it through here to Fearon, but the pass is far enough, and the offside flag goes anyway. Stocksbridge there with some good play, and just one poor pass, and Ossett are onto it, and that is the danger when you are faced with a player with the absolute speed and pace that Zotos has. Dunstan have equalised against Pontefract Collieries. Michael Fowler scoring from the spot. I bet the Pontefract players were ecstatic about conceding a penalty, but the referee has not heard the end of that one. And ball gone out of play here for an Ossett throwing after the header away. Just bounced into the dressing rooms here, the ball. So going to be for Joe Stacey, who has taken a few steps forward, I might imagine. So Stacey's long throw down the line. Goodwin does head it away. Poole's going to look to be the first one onto that, and he's going to try and clip it, looking for Okfegbu, but it's been controlled well by Beatson here, who takes a touch before clearing it out. Only back for Langton to boot it forward, and it's going to be O'Connor who clips it forward to Poole now. Stocksbridge preparing a substitution here as Poole looks to break on the left-hand side, but it's been covered well by Gagan, who's going to take the touch and clear it out for the throw-in. So it looks like it's going to be maybe not the substitution you would expect. So it looks like Cody Pryor is going to be coming on for Alex O'Connor. Not maybe the one you would have quite expected, but it's not happened yet. The throw-in has come in, and it's going to be head out for another throw-in here. Just waiting to see when the substitution might happen. Quick throw-in here taken to Poole. Poole's going to clip the ball in, looking for Goodwin there, just about cleared, and it's going to go out here, but Turner's going to be the first one on. He's going to try and head to the right-hand side, Curtis Turner. Turner here, get back to Reynolds. Reynolds puts the ball in, and actually this could be a test for the keeper. It goes over the top in the bar. Ed Hall was watching that all the way, and here comes the substitution as it is Cody Pryor coming on, the former Staveley man. Still looking for his first goal. Coming on for Alex O'Connor here. Cody Pryor did play against Ossett in the FA Trophy match. You may remember in the dying embers of that game, Cody Pryor letting off a fantastic shot, but Ed Hall equaling it with a fantastic save. That meant the game went to penalties. Ossett would win on penalties, and they are having their FA Trophy run now because of it. Oh, just for slightly different circumstances, and Ed Hall not jumping like an absolute rabbit. There goes Hall, sending it along. I think our kitman Gary Wood trying his best to put him off, not working there. The Stocksbridge almost getting the ball back. Zotos is getting one to chase on the right wing instead, and he may have the beating of Tinker here. Yeah, but Tinker is going to try and wrestle with him, and Tinker does get a bit of a push off him and clears it away, but it hasn't gone back to Ossett. Appeals for a handball, and Ossett not given. Ossett trying to bury their way into the box, but Stocksbridge do eventually clear. Rawson heads on to Poole, and this could be the counter-attack here. Poole trying to cut through. Mr. Ontario now to Luke Rawson. Okfegbu needs to get back on side here. Rawson, he takes a shot after Goodwin. Back to Rawson, flicks it through to Okfegbu. On the right-hand side, tries to put the ball across, and it just bounces awkwardly as the ball tries to go across, and that stops it going out for a corner. Good block from Ossett, though. Fearon's headed it on above Langton, though, and Langton managed to head it away here. Pryor gets his first touch as he knocks it away from Fulis, but it has only gone back to Hollingsworth here. And he's going to slip through Zotos here really well, but Goodwin, back covering, clears it away. Throwing Ossett. So it's another throw for Ossett there after just I think actually maybe a free kick there. Bit of an odd one. Anyway. Hey, 64 minutes gone in this game so far, with Ossett leading 1-0. Stockbridge have had some good chances though. Luke Rawson just volleying one inside the box over. As Ossett do have a free kick, that is what happened somehow. Ball is going to go in from here. Well, going to be a left-footed ball on that right wing. Here comes the in-swinger, headed on by Ossett. It's just going to have to be tipped over the bar by Davison Hale. It's going to be a corner kick, Ossett. Davison Hale there having to just do all he can to make sure that just didn't drop under his bar and into the back of the net. Dangerous, dangerous ball. And the header almost working out for him. Gone out for a corner kick on, and it's going to be taken on this right-hand side here. So, good chance for Ossett to double their lead from this corner kick. It has been a better half for Stocksbridge in this one, but that's what was happening when Ossett got their goal last time, so you can't write off the fact Ossett might not just nick one here. It could kill the game off as a contest as well. As he's just taking time, he gets the whistle, takes the corner, but he decides just to change the position of it slightly. Here's the corner, going into the near post, just going to be knocked away by Stocksbridge, and they do clear away from the near post, and it actually took a weird bit of a knock that throw in, and it's going to actually be, it could be an Ossett one, but I was wondering if it took a deflection because it didn't go as far as you'd have expected. Good. So Ossett will try and keep the pressure on here. So gone back, and it's Stacey who beats his man here, but the touch was heavy and Reynolds is able to clear. Rawson controls here. Back to Turner, who's looking for Ifya Fegbu now on the right wing, and he's going to get the beating of his man. Fegbu takes a shot, Hall saves, and just before Poole can nick in, Gagan clears it away. Ifya Fegbu shows his strength and his pace on why he's been brought to this club. He gets a shot off, Hall saves with his feet, but it's Harry Gagan who is the hero of the day for Ossett because he got to the ball first before Thomas Poole could get the easy tap in. And Poole's going to take a little trip here from the throw-in, but and it's actually, I thought they're going to play, but it hasn't, and Ossett are able to clear it. It appeals for a handball from Fearing, then not giving in. They've got it onto the right wing through Zotos, and Zotos has all the space he could want to move into. Zotos slips it through here, but it's well in from Reynolds, who's blocked that cross. He's actually been tackled here. Could actually be 2-0. Gone across the 6-yard box, that ball, but no one there for Ossett. It's been collected on the left wing now, though, by the Sheepicons. Back to Stacey, who's going to take a touch. Now he crosses it in. Flicked on, almost into the far post, and it's a goal kick for the Steels. And Ossett there looking most dangerous from the counter-attacks through Basil Zotos at the moment. You have to wonder what Ian Richards' next plan might be. He does have 2 attacking substitutions on the bench that he can make. Oliver Norman, who's only made appearances from the bench so far. He got the assist against Sheffield FC. And Luca De Falco, who returns briefly from his dual registration with Soloness. He got his first Swallowness goal last week. He yet to score for Stocksbridge in the senior side. Obviously, he scored plenty of times for the reserves, and it's going to be just bounced out there for a throw in to Stocksbridge. Be interesting, especially with the booking that Danny Burns has got at the moment. Bringing the second striker on could be potentially interesting as Ossett make a substitution, with Jack Wilson coming on for Bradley Grayson. Jack Grayson was a fantastic substitution for Ossett when they played us at Bracken Moor. He caused a lot of problems for the Steel's defence, was key in quite a couple of their goals, got the assist for the second equaliser, and with the play of the talent he has, I'm being surprised. He's on loan from Bradford City after having come through the Ossett United Academy. Surprised he's not actually in their starting lineup. All goes through. Onto the left wing here before Ossett are able to clear it out here. Stocksbridge have a throw in here, close to the edge of the penalty area now. Steels have had some great opportunities, and they just need to take one of these chances now. Tinker here waiting for the ball here to take his throw. He's now, after waiting ages for the ball, there's now 2 balls on the pitch, so we've got to wait a bit longer for the game to resume. Ball thrown out to Poole. Poole turns, trying to look for any space he can. He has to pass it back to Pryor, who's put the ball into the box. Rawson heads it on across the 6 yards. Gooden tried to keep it in, but it was always going wide. It's going to be a goal kick here. Time is ticking away at the moment. 68 minutes gone in this game so far. Still 1-0 to Ossett United. Though the thing we have to say about Stocksbridge is that there have been very few games that have not ended in post-90-minute drama. Most of it has gone Stocksbridge's way. Only once has it gone against us, but late winners against the likes of Atherton Collieries and Marine, and obviously equalisers against Brighouse and Sheffield FC. We'll be needing one of those equalisers now. Throwing going in long, and it's been head on, but it's only going back to Beatson. Big, strong header from the former Sheffield Wednesday centre-back. Got it through, and Reynolds is going to just follow as it goes out for the throw-in. Jack Wilson hovering. Wilson had a very good game against Reynolds back at Breckenmore. Reynolds throws out, looking for Rawson. Going over Rawson's head, appeals for an Ossett free kick, not given. No, Ossett have the ball back, and they have cleared it up, only for Oglesby to head it forward. Goodwin trying to be the first one on that. Head it back, it's actually a bit of a dangerous header for Stocksbridge, and Stocksbridge are able to clear that one out eventually, but it has gone back to Hogg here. Gets the pass off to Hollingsworth. Cuts inside, takes the pass now back to Hogg. Hogg here, now on to Stacey. Stacey on the left-hand side, looking to put the ball on. Hey, looking to flip the ball through. Wilson here with the shot, it's blocked away though. Hollingsworth comes in with a header, and the high foot of Curtis Turner has been penalised here. Bit of a harsh one. Curtis Turner's going to get a booking for this one, as just noticeably Hollingsworth did duck his head quite a bit before that free kick. But Curtis Turner is going to get the booking, it seems, for this. And there is the booking for Curtis Turner. Yellow card. Yellow card. The first yellow for Stocksbridge of this game, second of the game. And it's a dangerous looking free kick here. Joe Stacey here to take it. It's just taking some time, this free kick, to set up. Actually, I'm not sure what referee just seemingly having trouble getting the cards back in his pocket, but he's forcing the Stocksbridge wall back a bit now. So Stacey here with the free kick. Dave Snell back in position now. We'll see, will Stacey put the ball, cross it? He is going to cross the ball into the box, looking the far end, headed back in by Ossett, but Stocksbridge are able to clear. Goes back to Stacey, chests it down. Flicks over the head of Rawson, but Turner gets in and heads it way back to Rawson, who's going to flick it over, looking for Thomas Poole, and Ifeofegbu is hauled down by Luke Hogg there as he looks to go free, and the referee in a matter of 2 minutes is going to hand another yellow card out, this time to Luke Hogg for the big knockdown of Ifeofegbu as he gets through. So free kick here for Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge's last 4 goals have come from free kicks into the box. 2 against Marine, 2 against Ossett. It's where Stocksbridge have been most deadly. These sorts of free kicks are far distance from the box and being able to loop them in, and usually from the second ball able to knock them in eventually. So Thomas Poole here with the free kick. It's usually been the fact that his deliveries are tend to be quite deadly. Ball goes into the box, but it is headed away by Ossett. Unfortunately, no repeat. And Zotos here will look to get the counter-attack going. Zotos looking to slip through Fearon on the right wing. Fearon has now got it here on the right wing. Stocksbridge have got plenty of players back. Pull back, actually, to head the ball away there, but it has gone back to Stacey on the left-hand side, who's crawling it, but it's very poor. It's out for a goal kick. And that seems to be the problem. Stocksbridge have been kept very honest by these counter-attacks that Ossett have under their sleeve. And Ossett are preparing to make a substitution here. And their last substitution in the game, George Fulis, is coming off with Oliver Metcalf coming on. Yes, it looks like it's Oliver Metcalf. Or so yeah, Oliver Metcalf being the one to come on in this game. So it's back for Davison Hill to take this goal kick now. 73 minutes gone in this game. We are starting to run out of time to get the equaliser. Davison Hill's going to send it long. He's looking for Rawson. It's going to fall short though. Beatson heads away and headed on by Fearon. Goes behind though. The Ossett players, they are able to keep it in though, before Stacey knocks it long down the left wing, before Langton heads it back away, and it's well in from Hollingsworth there, who heads it forward, and Ossett just keeping it in with these headers. Here's before Langton half clears it. Goodwin heads the clearance on, but it's only gone back to Hogg, who gets it to Wilson on the left wing, looks to get the turn in on Reynolds. He can't, and it's gone out for a throw into Stocksbridge. And They're having a good yell at Jack Wilson to get back in position after that. On the right hand side, Reynolds sends it long, looking for Rawson, who does get the header on, but it falls short. But going back to Turner, who heads it forward. It's head tennis at the moment. That Goodwin gets it back to Poole, who tries to get it feet, but that's been well took by Hoggan. Ossett are winning this midfield battle right now. Now, back with Fearon on the left-hand side. It's cutting inside. Fearon, been cutting all the way, takes a shot, he's blocked. Tinker chests it down and is able to clear it away, but it's only gone back to Ossett. And this is the problem for Stocksbridge. Every time they clear the ball away, it seems to just go back to Ossett at the moment. And it's just going to go out to play now for a throw-in after a tackle in from Stocksbridge, and it's going to go Ossett's way, that throw-in. One that Stacey's going to go up and take. Takes throw-in across the box here. Going to with Ossett still, but well in from Turner, and they try to start the counter. It's well ahead of Thomas Poole. He's not going to chase that one. Gagan pass it back to Ed Hall. Poole going to continue to close down. Hall able to get it away though. And Fearon's won the header over Reynolds here. It's gone on to the left hand side with Wilson, who may well actually left that for Stacey, who had the speed behind him. Wilson's going to cut inside though. Wilson continuing the run, trying to slip through the striker. Got Fearon, who's looking to turn now. Fearon now looking for the left hand side. Here where Stacey is. Stacey puts the ball in. Half cleared, and Stocksbridge haven't cleared it yet, and they do now, and that's one of those that could have been punished. Still with Ossett though. Joe Stacey now. Now, tries to put the ball in, and its cross is blocked. And still Ossett here on the left-hand side. They're still the ones. They're the ones pushing at the moment, looking to double the lead and kill the game off. And they're still on the left side here from it. They're looking to put the ball in. Ball goes, dangerous looking ball. Flashes across. Stocksbridge get half a clearance and a full clearance. Going to go out for a throw in. As if look like Jack Tinker there getting the clearance that time. You do wonder, with not that long to go now. Nope. And there's a Stocksbridge player down there. So Sam Ewins gets his first outing of the game as he runs on to get some treatment on, but we have a Stocksbridge player down to his knee. So 76 minutes gone in this game. You do wonder, will we see the likes of Oliver Norman or Luca DeFalco yet in this game? Who obviously a winger and a striker there that could potentially change the game if brought on, or do nothing. You never know. I'm just spitballing at this point. While we have treatment happen to this player, and I've got to come speaking. We'll have a little look at some scores while this is going on. So, at Sheffield Lincoln United, Sheffield are now leading against Lincoln. Goals from Nathan Morris and Connor Cutts has given them the lead. Heatherton Town are leading against Shildon, thanks to Liam Murray. Shildon manager list at the moment after sacking their Jamie Tunstall. Game has resumed here, and Ossett are on the ball, putting a big lofted ball into the box. Wilson's had to gather it on the left hand side after it missed everyone. He's trying to beat the man Reynolds here. Yeah. Going to get to the byline. He's been forced backwards here after not finding the ball he wants. Pass it back. Some good passing here from Ossett. Stacey to put the ball in. Far post header, and it's just wide from Ossett. Good play from them. Ends in the header wide. It's also Dunstan 2, Pontefract Collieries 2. Dunstan had taken the lead through Carl Finnegan, but Adam Priestley, the Gibraltar international, equalised for them. Back with Davison Hale now to take this goal kick. Goes through, and it could be head up into the air by us and out for another throw in, as it looks like we are going to see another Stocksbridge substitution. Throw goes in, and it's going to be headed away back by Ossett, and Stocksbridge battling to keep it in. Goodwin slipped through. Can Fiofego get the beating? He gets beaten to a man. He evades one. That tackle just actually works. He's somehow getting the ball in, and Ossett have stopped it from going from a corner as well. Throwing Stocksbridge. Fiofego just almost getting the beating of his man. Tinker throws it into the box with Goodwin. Gets it back to Tinker. Yeah, looking to get to the byline. Cuts inside. Can he keep it in? And he hasn't kept it in, I'm afraid. So Reynolds has actually gone up there to try and see if he could get himself his first goal in a steel shirt. Has ended up in the back of the net eventually, but that one won't count. And here comes the Stocksbridge substitution. It's going to be Oliver Norman coming on. Well, Is that Cody Pryor? It is Cody Pryor, who is actually struggling off. There, I will say, is coming off for Oliver Norman. So we'll be interested to see what the shape change will be. You don't normally see subs for the sub, but obviously Ian Richards has a plan to try and get the Steels back into this game, and it includes Oliver Norman coming on. Got an assist against Sheffield FC on his debut. Very talented young teenage player. Yeah. Turner knocks the ball forward, but big boot away from Danny Burns, who hasn't really had any players trying to target him to try and get him his second booking. Burns is on the ball again now, and he's going to send it long. Headed away by Langton, got onto the right-hand side. It's still with Ossett here, with Metcalf. Set the ball through onto the byline. Can Ossett keep it in? They have kept it in, and Stocksbridge are able to clear that dangerous-looking ball. So 79 minutes gone in this game so far. Still Ossett 1, Stocksbridge 0. As Ossett look to build, try and double their lead at the moment. They're in their corner flag. Bounces off, and it's going to be a throw in Stocksbridge's way. Ossett already taking it to the corner flag. We'll see if that pays off, or if it's going to end up costing them in this game. Hopefully cost them. Tinker throws it down here. Yeah, and it's taken a touch there off an Ossett man. It's going to be a throw in close to the halfway line at least. Throwing goes in from the Steels, going to be headed on by Rawson, but hooked away from Luke Hogg. It's a big hook away as well. Fearon's looking to control and turn, and he's got the almost had the turn there. Going to find Gagan on the right-hand side. Ball through is deflected and going to bounce back to Dayton Hale. Dayton Hale had to be quick onto it because Zotos was right there on it as well. Back here for Davison Hale. He'll now have to take. Sending it long, looking for Rawson. Headed up, Burns getting all over him and heading it away. Throwing for Stocksbridge zone now. Throwing going long here. Headed on back into the own box by Ossett. Head tennis, Poole looking for it. Volleys it, blocked. Reynolds is going to gather it here. Try to slip through Poole again. Poole here, looking to turn. And turning again, he's spinning like a pinwheel at the moment. Poole looking for the breakthrough. Turner going to pick the pass through to Goodwin, and Goodwin just misses his touch, and Ossett able to clear here. Fearon gets it now to Hogg and gets it to Zotos, and this is the counter for Ossett. As Zotos has the ball on the right-hand side with quite a bit of space. He has got some cover from Stocksbridge now. Zotos getting the beating of his man on the right-hand side. The challenge going in from Stocksbridge, and the foul being given for that one. Could well be a booking as well for that sliding challenge that has been penalised here. So, going to be called over. I'm trying to see who it was who did. I think it may be Zach Reynolds who's having a talking to from the referee. That challenge. Yeah, Zach. This is Zach Reynolds, and I think he's actually. There's actually going to be no booking given for that challenge, which is a bit of a surprise. As Ossett have this free kick very close to the byline on the right wing. It's a dangerous one. You always hate defending these sort because they can really pin you back into your own goal mouth. And it's going to be a tricky one to defend for the Seals. Here comes the ball. Clipped right into the box. Header across goal and just wide of the box from Ossett. Goal kick here, and Davison Hale's looking to take this one very quickly. And it's actually Beatson actually just down on the halfway line. They're not sure what's happened there. No, can't imagine it was any contact on the halfway line. But very concerning when it is one that's not, well, no contact. Ossett have made all 3 of their substitutions as well. If he is unable to continue, we're just waiting to see what's actually happening here. So these are the most concerning ones. So we're just watching Bradley Beatson. He's was on a highly rated defender in the Sheffield Wednesday Academy system, being at Gainsborough Trinity as well. Well, was one of Jazz Colliver's first signings for Ossett when he became manager last January for the club. Looks like Beatson is going to return to his feet now, which is good news for Ossett and himself. It's just a weird one when you see it happen with no context. The ones you're most worried about. So Davison Hale here will get someone along. Bradley Beatson has had to head off the pitch for a bit, and that's the big man in defence. And perhaps a bit weirdly, Beatson, who will probably just get back onto the pitch right away, they've all gone onto that sort of side, where Beatson will be able to get back involved pretty quickly. And it's just, the ball's just gone right out to play for a throw into Ossett. And there's a very, very angry shouting man over at the other side about that decision. Throw into Ossett though, on the halfway line. Long throw goes through to Zotos, who's trying to control it here. Trying to get past his man who's been controlled. He's passed it wide and also trying to slip it through, headed away. Wilson heads it on into the box, and it looks like Ossett's going to be the first one onto them. It's going to bounce out of play actually for a goal kick. Hard to judge distances sometimes with the ground level view I've got here today at Ossett. So probably about 6 minutes left of normal time. Would be interested to see if Luca DeFalco might get a run out as we close in the end of the game. See if an extra striker chucked on. Ball going long on, headed on by Stocksbridge, and appeals for everyone to get the ball there, and it's going to be Stocksbridge's ball. Going to be quickly taken. Right, well, Tinker actually was originally going to quickly take it. Instead stops in his tracks and now is waiting for an option. Oliver Norman presented as an option. Instead, Tinker's going to go long to Rawson, who's got it to his feet, trying to escape the tackles. It's bounced awkwardly and he's got away, but only back to Turner. Turner's looking for Goodwin, but it's been cleared away. Turner looking to try and get the ball all again, and he has done good work from Curtis Turner. Look for Norman on the left-hand side, and the offside flag goes up on Oliver Norman. Yet to take a touch in this game yet, Norman. So that's, just so you know, Ossett United's own have given man of the match to Basil Zotos, which you can't argue against them. He's been a very lively player and been constantly dangerous on that right wing. Hall's taking his time in with this free kick he's got after the offside. Dunstan have retaken the lead against Pontefract Collieries. Terry Galbraith scoring their second penalty of the game. Ossett have earned another throw further up the field here as Ossett looks to just wind this game down, and it just looks increasingly likely that Ossett will be able to get the win here, and Stocksbridge will have to will be looking very concerned at their own league position. Ball booted away though by Norman, who sent along, but it's only going to go out to play here, and just going to be the ball back for Ossett. I think even one of the Ossett fans is taking his time getting the ball back there as it goes into the stand. Now back, Ossett will get the game resumed from the throw-in, just inside the Steel's half here. Here Gagan will throw it long down. They're looking for Zotos, who gets a good touch onto it, and he's got the ball here on the right wing in the corner flag. He's going to try and keep it in that corner flag as well as we get into proper time wasting territory, but it's bounced out for a stop throw, and Tinker throws it quickly out. Rawson's going to get it as well, and it's going to bounce out, and it's going to go back to Ossett for a throw in identical position. So it's like, this is exactly what Ossett want, just Stocksbridge not being able to get out their own half and create the opportunity they want to create. Ball thrown going long, but headed away by Stocksbridge, and he's going to bounce a bit before Langton heads it on back for Stacey, though. He's going to run forward with it. He's just lost track of the ball a bit, but he's kept the ball. Pass it sideways now to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth going to get it onto back to Zotos, but Tinker stops the tackle. Poole looking to try and get a counter, but it's going to go out play. It's going to be an Ossett throw, and there's a bit of a, just one of those annoyed hangers there as we enter the 87th minute of this game. Ball going to bounce, and it's just going to go right out of play for a goal kick. And Davison Hill will love the opportunity just to boot this one long and try and see if they can grab the equaliser. It goes long, so sending it long, headed on there. Stocksbridge is unbeaten away run, looking like it may well end today. And Stocksbridge have the ball in the defence, managed to get the ball, they're sending it long. If February just controlling his feet, and just no striker there to try and latch onto the missed tackles there. Tinker just headed the ball away, but it's gone right back to Hogg here, and that seems to be the story of the game, where Ossett have been able to occupy the midfield and not allow much movement for it for Stocksbridge, with Wilson now on the left-hand side, who just can't keep it in, but it's going to be a throw back to Stocksbridge. just feeling a bit similar to that Long Eaton match a couple of weeks ago, where just the one goal were enough to finish us off. As the roadworks really start ramping up. And here comes a Stocksbridge substitution for the last few minutes. Looks like it's Zach Reynolds coming off, with Luca DeFalco coming on. That is an attacking substitution as you get. The Stocksbridge born lad, been with the club since he was 8 years old, coming on, looking to try and see if he can get his first senior goal in a Yorkshire derby, no less. Massive opportunity for Luca here. Just the 3 minutes added on though. No. Oh, and Stocksbridge can't even get the ball out their own half at the moment. They've got the throw back again after throwing just immediately rebounded off an Ossett player. I think the idea may well be throw it back to Harrison Davis-Hale, allow him to boot it up. As Stocksbridge have just chucking everything at this game now to try and get it through. But while they've got plenty of strikers and attackers, it will mean nothing if they can't even get the ball out of the box. As Wilson here tries to cut in the box, and Wilson has got in the box. It's blocked off, and it's going to be an Ossett corner here, and this is the problem. Stocksbridge cannot get out their own half at the moment. Ossett are finishing this game off professionally and as well as you can imagine, which is what we didn't do against them in the trophy just a couple of weeks ago. Not that many options for Ossett as they're keeping quite a few people back to try and prevent the counter, but they're also going to just try and keep it in that corner. Stocksbridge have got it away. Ify looks to be onto it, but it's well in from Gagan, who stopped that, and now Ossett look to build into that corner again. They've got it with Wilson, and it looks like they are going to try and just get into that, but the offside flag has stopped it. As there's just a bit of pushing into in between a couple of the players as Ossett continued play despite the free kick. Davidson-Hale sent it long. You've got 4 strikers at the moment for Stocksbridge, with DeFalco, with Rawson, but Davidson-Hale has almost killed me with that ball there. It's going out for a throw in, and it's an absolute waste of a ball, really. Because I'm not going to be able to keep that in, as I was kind of fearing for my life at that point. Pontefract have equalised again. Adam Priestley has scored his second goal of the game. Mekvatinko sends it long there. Headed away, though, by Turner. Tries to be headed on by Oglesby before he just slices a clearance. Langton there. Goodwin trying to get some sort of control on it. Goodwin heads it back for Langton, but again, Stocksbridge just can't get out their own half at the moment, and there must only be a minute or 2 left now on the clock. There's a booking there for one, I think Jack Wilson there for Ossett, for something. Not sure what he got a booking for, but there was a booking. Goodwin, a little late kick apparently, I've been told by one of the fans. Goodwin is going to try and send a long throw down here. Goodwin's waited just to see if he'd be allowed to take this throw in, and now he can take it. And Goodwin sending the throw in long, looking for Ify. Headed away, but Rawson's going to try to be the first onto it. Rawson goes down, no foul given. Turner tries to knock it to the side where Oliver Norman is. Norman here trying to control, trying to beat his man, but Hoggs covered him well, and Hoggs cleared it out for the throw-in. They're appealing for the throw-in. It's a Stocksbridge throw-in. Great. Tinker takes it for throwing quickly. Looking for Ify, trying to keep the ball in. Keeps the ball into the area, but it's clear by Ossett. It's a corner kick for Stocksbridge in the last moment. And I'm just seeing it. As we do in the last minute, we always look at the goalkeeper. Harrison Davis-Hale is a shorter goalkeeper than normal. He is the only... Actually, surprisingly, I think there is a couple of players outside the box still. Oliver Norman staying back is the shortest player on the pitch, so maybe that's why. And Harrison Davis-Hale going up. Going in, looking for the far post. Headed to Ossett, still in the box. Here. Okay, knocked it back. Turner flicks it through, and Ossett clear it. And Zotos is going to try and get the counter-attack here. They flick through to Wilson, and this could be it here now as Wilson runs at goal. Wilson continues to run, takes a shot. It's well blocked there off by Oliver Norman, who defends were great. It's a corner kick to Ossett, but that is probably the game here. That Stocksbridge just couldn't take advantage of the ball, just falling in the box there in the corner, and it looks like they will lose to Ossett here. Not as bad as it was last time we came to Infield. That was a 3-0 loss in Chris Hilton's last league game in charge of the club. But it's not going to. But it's still a loss here at Infield, as they look like they are just going to time waste until the rest of the game. And Ed Hall gets a clean sheet against his former club, which he'll be pleased about. And Stocksbridge actually have got the ball back. But that is the full-time whistle. Ossett United win 1-0. It was those defensive mistakes which allowed Luke Aldrich to finish in the first half. The Steels did have a couple of chances. Rawson fizzed a volley just over the bar, while Ifeanyi had a shot well saved, and the ball that bounced out was cleared away from Gagan. It's 1-0 Ossett United. The Steels will go again on Saturday in the FA Cup when they take on Ashington. And it's a disappointing one though here today, as the league continues to be a bit of a problem for Stocksbridge, and how long before we get really concerned about it. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Adam Allcroft, your commentator for this evening on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel, and I will see you again on Saturday.